All right, welcome back, guys. Okay, so in the last video, we took a look at another approach we can use to style our HTML documents. So we saw embedded style, right? And then we saw a couple of selectors. At least we saw at least three kinds of selectors. So now something you might notice is this style is embedded inside the head section of this particular document, and usually websites have multiple pages, right? Usually when you visit a website, you click through and then you go to different pages. So there could be the home page, about page, services page, and products page, and things like that. So what it means is, if we had another page which would be represented by a file, we will need to copy this. We need to copy this style over to that page, and before the style can be applied. So let's see, for instance, so let's say we have about.html, and then we save it. So let's call this home, and then let's generate a boilerplate. Go, and then let's call this about. So maybe the text here, we should call it okay, so let's call this welcome. Yeah, so now let's take these guys, these two paragraphs here, and let's dump it here, three of them actually. And then something we are going to notice, let's run this paragraph. Let's run this page, sorry. Cool. So we have all three paragraphs, but none of them is styled. And the reason is because we have the style in the head section of the home or the index.html, but we don't have it in the head section of the about.html. I hope that makes sense. So what can we do? Yeah, we can do this. We can copy this and put it here. So we'll come to the head section and put it here. And then when we go to our about, so you know which one is which. This is the about page. You can see the title is about. This is home. So we're on about, and you can see it has the style now, and that is because we copied the head and we added it. So imagine we had a product page. We're going to do the same thing. And remember the dry principle. When you're doing something multiple times, something is wrong. So to follow our dry principle, what we're going to do is we're going to use the third approach, which is the external CSS. Now this one involves having an external file. So external means you're going to write your style outside the file, outside the HTML file, right? So we're going to have a dedicated style sheet file, so styles.css, and then we are going to cut out our style. We're not going to need this anymore, and then we're going to just open our styles.css file and put it here, and then we'll save it. Now we're also going to save this, and then we do the same thing here. We don't need this anymore, and then we save. Okay, so we look at our page, our styles are gone. What just happened? Of course, we need a way to link this file to each of the HTML documents that we want the styles in this file to apply to, right? That makes sense. So let's start with index.html, and then we're not going to need this anymore because okay, so the way we are going to do that is we're going to use something called link attribute. So we're going to say link, and what we are linking is CSS. Okay, so you select this. M8 helps with the code completion, right? So relationship is a style sheet. Href is, I mean, the attribute that helps you link the actual file, the CSS file, and the name of the file is styles.css. This is it. So this should always be the same as the name of the file, the CSS file. And when we save this now, we go to our index.html, which is home. Our style doesn't apply. Why is that? Did you do something wrong? Styled. Okay, so actually something is wrong. Okay, actually it's styles the CSS. You see, even just one letter. Okay, so let's go back and we have it here. So we have our style in welcome, but do we have it here? No, we don't. And you guessed right, we need to add the same link tag. We need to link the about page, link our CSS file to the about page, and once we do that, our about page gets styled. Excuse me. So yeah, so this is a better approach. So the only thing you would need to do for the styles in this page to apply to any HTML document, so simply copy this and add it in that file, in that CSS file. And remember, the style or the link tag must always be inside the head element, right? Only the things you want to show in the browser should go inside the body. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so that's the third and the final approach to styling an HTML document, and that's the approach I'm going to stick with throughout the rest of this course. Okay, so in the next video we are going to start looking more closely at other styles. We're gonna, I mean, we are fully set up. We know how we are following the best practices now. We are ready to start doing amazing things with CSS, and in the next video we're gonna continue doing just that. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next video.